So since we're going to hair salons much less frequently than before, how do we look after our hairstyle and color at home after visiting hair salons?
So is the question, how are we looking after during a lockdown or
Yeah,
just in
during
general?
lockdown.
All right. So when it comes to color, and obviously, if you know there's a lockdown coming up, and I don't know what the situation is in like in US and Canada, but we're locked down for the third time in Ireland at the moment. So we were open for Christmas and then we closed again. So how I dealt with that, because obviously we knew that we're going to be closed after Christmas, I was definitely recommending my clients to go for a color that needs less maintenance. So if you're, let's say, a full blonde, I'd move them over to highlights or balayage and everything. So definitely going for a color that will need less maintenance and less visit. It's definitely a good option for that. When it comes to hairstyling, I mean, when you've long hair, you're fine. Because I mean, when you've long hair, you don't have to trim it up as often. But when you have more of a personalized, shorter style, you will have to get that trimmed. Now, I think hair care is very important. What are you washing your hair with? Because I mean, you spend all that money on your lovely hair and then you're washing it with a €1 shampoo. Do you know? I mean, you have to maintain that. So definitely like a color saving shampoo or like a purple shampoo if you're blonde. So it all depends on your own hair needs. And I would highly advise to stay away from stuff like purple shampoo and tying up your hair in ponytails. And I'm looking at the two of you, Lynn and Jocelyn.
Oh, I do these.
That does not help the hair at all, do you know?
I use
Um,
Kanzashi sticks.
oh yeah, they're much better, yeah, because
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
found
Cool.
like just your classical bobbins or a lot, what you call them, hair ties
Yeah,
over
the
and
hair
over.
ties are terrible. They really break your
Yeah,
hair.
they pull the hair,
So I
so they're
moved to
not
these
great.
about, can you see them? I moved to these
Yeah.
about like, I don't know, 2 years ago, and it's much better because my hair's very thin. So,
Did you ever
but you're
try the
right.
invisible ones?
Oh, those are terrible.
I love them. I think because they don't mark the hair.
Oh, wait, which are those?
They're
Sorry.
like they're like
Oh, yeah,
plastic.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were holding up just a regular ponytail
No,
holder.
no, they're plasticky. So when you actually tie up your hair, they won't mark it or pull it. So you're not going to actually break your hair. But I mean, it all depends on your hair needs and on your hair itself. Like Mash yourself, I mean, the diet is brilliant and everything, and the products you're using, but also how you handle your hair. So anything from brushing, because if you're not visiting a hair salon as often, you're not getting that 6 weeks trim that's going to keep your hair healthy. So it's really how you're going to handle it at home, how you're going to brush it, what are you going to wash it with, if you're using a heat protector. Because I mean, if you're at home more, you're going to mess with your hair more. Because I mean, you're bored. So what are you going to do? You're going to start blow drying it, straighten it. So make sure you use stuff like a heat protector, a good shampoo, a color saving shampoo. And yeah, I'd say that's probably it.
And don't box dye, right?
No. Oh God, no.
Yeah, box dye is terrible. And the other tip I sometimes give people is like silk pillowcases.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
Yeah.
They won't make the hair static.
Yeah, and it also just helps you reduce how many washes you're doing because you wake up and your hair doesn't look quite as messy. So
There's no like because cotton is quite abrasive when it comes to skin and hair, and silk is a lot more softer. So you're not going to get that friction that you'd get from cotton. So your hair is not going to get as knotty, and it's not going to get static.
And silk also doesn't absorb oil as much. So like silk face masks, for example, are really good for mask need, but it also doesn't absorb as much oil from your scalp. And so it won't, sometimes if you sleep on like a cotton pillowcase, you'll wake up with that frizz and really dry, coarse hair. So switching to the silk, exactly because of the lack of the friction and because it won't absorb the hydration from your hair, it'll give you exactly what Lynn said, more days between washes.